Hello guys, I hope you had a nice weekend. Today is 10th of November 2025. I'm starting over on the monthly time frame, and on the monthly time frame, yes, I do have a couple of support and resistance zones here, but I've just kept it here because it's worth noting that we are currently having a rejection off of this level here, and right now it does look like price maybe wants to make like a sort of pullback. I don't know if price wants to maybe come back to maybe these levels or even up here back to this week. But yeah, either way, I am short term bullish at the moment, but I am long term bearish. I do feel like price has the potential to come back down to these levels and even lower, but I guess it's just a matter of waiting to see. So I'm just going to hide this here just so that I don't have too many lines going on this time frame. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame, I have this trend line over here, and we can see that on the weekly time frame, this is the level that I was talking about. We have last week's candle closed with this almost like a pin bar, but it's still a pin bar with a very long wick. I don't think price wants to maybe make a wick fill right now. I still feel like because we're pushing upwards, there is a potential for price to maybe come back to this monthly resistance here that we have here. Let's see. Let me take my fib and see potential levels. Actually, let me scale down to the lower time frame and then we can take a look at it better. So this is the daily time frame. I have a channel here. I'm not too big on the channels, but I just have it here to maybe give me some indication of where price might reach. But on the daily time frame, we can see here that we are pushing upwards. This is the level that we rejected to. And here, when I take my fib, let's see. So here we're at the 23.6. It looks like we're coming to the 38.2. We have a 50 here. That's quite nice. And we also have a 60%, which is also quite nice. So I will not be surprised if price wants to maybe come back to these levels here, back to this trend line here. Will also be some nice confluence, and then maybe head on downwards or whatever will happen around this area, to be honest, because right now I don't think I can say too much when it comes to the markets. So if I take my moving average, let's see if we have, okay, so we do have a 20 moving average, and we have a 50 moving average. This 50 here looks quite nice, but usually even when the daily time frame, when you come close to a moving average at 20, you might get some light reactions over here as compared to like moving averages on the bigger time frames. So let me hide that. So that's the daily. Okay, so the 4-hour time frame. So that's 4-hour time frame. Okay, yeah, now we can see things a bit more clearly, and we can see on the 4-hour time frame we have started pushing upwards. This is the trend line that I have. It was here before, but this was the previous swing point, and we can see that we've broken above this trend line, and we have reacted. We've broken above, and now we have a strong bullish candle towards the upside. So here, this looks nice for me. Taking buys anywhere around here looks quite nice. And then when you get to those, more stronger points, then I'll have to watch out. So yeah, I don't think there's anything too much on the 4 time frame. We have this big distance here that price might want to come back to on the 1-hour time frame. So yeah, 1-hour time frame, I think now I have more details here. So we can see this was last week's high, that's in maroon, and this here was last week's low. I usually put margins just to see what was happening last week. Yeah, and we can see we've broken above last week's high. So this is some good indication right now that price might want to continue pushing up, maybe a pullback. I don't know if it wants to make a pullback right now, but this is nice. I won't be shocked if I see something like that. Yeah, and we can see also just before London session started, we have this almost bullish engulfing candle. So this looks quite nice. I'm personally in these buys. I have big targets this time around because I'm in the prop firm challenge, so my strategy becomes slightly different. But either way, if I was not in a buy, I'd probably be waiting for like another pullback for better prices, and then we see if we can get those. Otherwise, initially in the morning, I was hoping that maybe price might want to make like a deeper, just slightly deeper pullback for better prices, but I can see the volume has started, so we just react to what the market is doing. I think right now it's either like these targets look nice or even these targets up here. This is quite high, but we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, I don't think I have too much here, to be honest. So let me go to the dollar index. Dollar index, this is the daily time frame. So we can see, yes, so price reacted on this channel here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. This channel here on the DXY looks quite nice as compared to the pound. So when I take my fib, I'm going to drag it from this lowest point here to the upmost point, and we can see here that we have the 78.6 and we also have a 61.8. We're currently below the 50, so these levels might be ideal for price to come towards to. Here price might even reject around the 60 to 61.8, to be honest, but we still have a 78, and these candles here looks quite like a potential area for even price to come back to and maybe react upwards. So we'll just have to wait and see. But that is my analysis for the dollar index. Yeah, and we can see on the 4-hour time frame we are reacting. We're still in line with this trend line. So let's see if we can still have more volume, especially the fact that the week has started and it's currently London session. We'll see if it continue if it can continue pushing downwards. Yeah. Also, guys, there's something that I wanted to point out, and I don't know if it's just me, but guys, why does it look like, sorry, I'm back on the pound. Why does this look like a head and shoulder? Let me see, guys, or is this me just seeing stuff? Because I spotted this in the morning. I was like, this here looks like a left shoulder. This here looks like the head, and this here looks like the right shoulder. Do you guys think so? Or am I? And you see, like, this might be a potential area. They're not exactly on the like, they haven't really touched the levels, but I don't know. It's just something worth noting because I spotted this in the morning. I'm like, this looks interesting, and head and shoulders are one of my favorite chart patterns ever. So if at all this will be nice. Why I'm a bit hesitant is because they're not really on the exact same zone, but it is worth noting that yes, this zone did actually touch. So who knows? We'll wait and see. Let's hope for a good week. It's 2 weeks to December. When it comes to like my trades, to be honest, last week I got a stop loss. Actually, now that we're here, I can just give you like a small update on my prop firm challenge here. So this is the challenge that I'm currently on. Last week, this was the loss that I got around this level here. I was so upset, guys. This was such a nice trade, but I had a tight stop loss and I unfortunately got stopped out. That was my trade. And I had big targets even for last week, but you can see I got stopped out, and then I was scared because I didn't really get like proper bullish confirmation that maybe price might want to make a pullback. So I was just staying out of the market and seeing if we can get like more sells around this level here. But now that I'm looking from the bigger time frames, it does look like price wants to make like deeper pullbacks. So yeah, this is the loss I had. It's the loss that I had. I'm trying to do this to make myself feel better, but it was a loss. And you can see it was a loss. I don't think I've had too many trades. This was the trade that I took the other week. Let's see, October. Yes, guys, this was that CPI trade that just broke my heart because I put a stop loss and price went through my stop loss. That has never happened in my life before. So how many trades have I had so far? 1, 2. This here was a dumb trade. I had to close it myself. This one, I can't even explain how I even took that trade. Doesn't even make sense. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count the dumb trade. Let me see. I'm trying to make myself feel nice. Okay. So yeah, let's say I have 5 trades, and this is going to be my 6th trade. So yeah, in November I've had only 1 trade, so 2 trades currently in November. So you guys know that I lost my challenge. I got a new challenge immediately after I withdrew because my account was breached. So I just ended up going for a slightly bigger challenge, and I also have a backup one because I've not had the most pleasant experience, but just for safety, because I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired, and this year I haven't even made a single shilling when it comes to like trading forex specifically, because I'm just trying to make sure that now I'm trying to be mature in everything that I do. So we'll wait and see. I don't know. I think there's something that I wanted to point out. Yes, speaking about CPI news, when I check the news calendar, we can see that here Tuesday we have some news here, some pound news at 10 a.m. and then we have some news here at 10 a.m. pound, and we also have some CPI news scheduled on Thursday, same day as well. And we can see here that when we look at the dates, I think on October 24th, that trade that hurt me, I haven't healed, guys, but I'm trying my best. It was on October 24th, and I think this trade, date, was a bit out of the ordinary because I think we had the government shutdown, but I think now we're back to a normal date, which is usually like the first 2 weeks. So I think that's also why we have now the CPI news on November 13th. Yeah. Anyway, that is it for my analysis. I don't think I have anything to point out really. I'm wishing you all a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow or whenever I make my next video. Bye bye, and have a nice day.